Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of the show. I'll be your host, the gangster magician himself, here to deliver you your message, because that's what I love to do. Because I do what I love, and I love what I do, and I love being here with you. That's why I try to be here every single day, almost. Once in a while, I take a break, though. Once in a while, I may take a break sooner or later. You gotta make people miss you here and there. I might have to, do that. It's what I'm maybe inclined to do. Not saying I am. Just I might. Just keep that in mind. But I love my magical gangster, so I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. So what are we working with? Oh, my co-host, Archangel Michael, he says it's a great day today. He says today's Sunday. He says it's beautiful, it's nice out. He said we're gonna have a nice day, relax, we don't have to work today. It's going to be good. We're going to go out. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to go to lunch. We'll have a nice day today, the gangster magician. Let people wine and dine them, okay? Because that's what happens with me. I am a gangster magician, for God's sakes. I gotta ride in style, okay? So, these are not the cards I want to use yet. Okay, to my cards. Oh, let me align my chakras too. I feel like they're very much aligned. When you get yourself balanced and all ready to go, I know I can see it in you. You're building yourself up. The cat says hello. He says, how is everybody doing? He says, hello, how are you? And, there you go. So we're all friends here. Very high vibrational area, as you can see. I just saged off these cards too. So I do it every day, but maybe every other day. But still, they're very consistently. But I use them every day. So it's always good to get that energy off of it. Because you never know what stank energy these demons leave on these cards. So let's see, what are we working with here? Why don't we get a little spin? I'm gonna spin the wheel. Alright, so what do we got? What are we working with? Let's see what's in your energy. What's in the energy here? God, please, and thank you for the magical gangsters, our favorite. The ones who've seen it all, they've done it all, they've been through it all. Our favorites. You know the ones. Okay, he says, yes, I do. All right. So, here we go. We got a 4 of Cups here. So, something is being rejected. Apparently, you're going to be rejecting whatever, doesn't serve your highest good. Also, remember, rejection is God's protection, he tells me. He says, so if you ever have been rejected, there's been reasons behind it, okay? We've all been rejected. We've been obnoxiously rejected. Even me, again, somebody has been rejected so many times that it's like, it became like almost like humorous, like a joke. Like it was like, what the fuck is going on here? Then I would see all these like jerk offs like walking around having the best life ever, and I'm over here like, what's going on? Why is it? But then it's hard because you don't want to be like that, because then you don't want to be like focused on that. So then I just, you know what? I'm focus on myself. I'm gonna keep doing everything I do. I ain't gonna worry about what other people say. I ain't gonna worry about what people think. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think, just like you don't. Okay, so if somebody doesn't like me, oh well, go fuck yourself. All right, and that's what they hate me for that. They hate me because they think that I'm going to respond the way they expect. These are narcissists. I'm the narcissist's worst nightmare, and so are you, okay? And that's why 4 of Cups are rejecting whatever doesn't serve your highest good. And that's why the Hangman's here. Because somebody needs to pause, surrender, look at things at new perspectives. It says, don't let your focus close you to new ideas. This Hangman says, look at the world from a different perspective. Why don't you? And it says, you could be hesitation here. Somebody could be stuck. Somebody's enlightened. They have to take time. They're being forced to look at things from a different perspective. That's why the guy's hanging upside down. It's like, all right, brother, come on now. Here you go. So we got these people. So if we don't, basically we caught them. All right. So if they don't do the right thing, 4 of Cups are getting rejected. It doesn't matter. All right. Because look, 5 of Swords. They want to win at all cost. Winning at all cost really cost these people. Now they're hanging from a tree upside down. Okay, because sometimes the victory was not worth the price. See, they defeated you before. And they thought they were going to continue to defeat you. They thought that you would never win. It only took 1 win. See, here's the thing with verse up. We only got to take demons out 1 time. They could beat us 1,000,000 times. We'll always get back up. All we got to do is beat them 1 time. And that's what you're doing. 1 time. It's all it takes. We're the one. That one in that undefeated streak that this demon's had, this devil. And now people are being forced to look at things from other perspectives. Your perspective, that is. All right? And what is your perspective? Being this Knight of Pentacles. That's what you are. okay? Because you take a methodical approach and you'll achieve your dreams, it says, okay? And that's what you're doing. You're very conservative, methodical, okay? You're hardworking, you're efficient, dependable, like this is something like you are like the sun, like you are people, that's how reliable, it's almost scary reliable, okay, you are. And that almost goes against you in a way, because then people think that you're too available, but that's just the way you are. You're just there, you're on time, okay? You're going to, if somebody says, hey, we're going to go do this, you're going to do it. You're not going to play games with people. You're not going to say, oh, blah, 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 like how people do with you. Like, they'll, get you all excited for a date and then, cancel or something like that. But I'm just using an example, I'm not saying like, but just something along those lines. Or like you had, but it's like that was all designed to just hurt you, like for no reason. Like this is not even, these people are not even real at the end of the day. The only person who's really real at the end of the day is your counterpart. Because they're the only ones who actually know. They know you just feel a different way. Like they feel the same way, trust me when I tell you. But like I said, you got to get straight to the point where you don't give a fuck what happens. Whether if people don't want to come, you can't force anybody. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink it. You cannot do that. And it's the same thing with your counterpart. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Don't do it. We don't care. But that's what you have to do. We have to show them we don't care. Because when they see you don't care, that's when they lose energy. And that's when death comes. And death is over there talking to your counterpart right now. And he's saying, let me tell you something, brother. If you don't do the right thing, you're going to have a problem. And this counterpart's very nervous. That's why they're forced to look at things from a different perspective. Perhaps they want to win at all cost against you. But now they're being rejected because nobody wants to be bothered with this. Okay? And that's why the Tower of Terror is here for them. So the death saying either go through the Tower of Terror and do your karma, or deal with me. And that's death. That's what he's telling your counterpart right now. Because he said, you know what? You wanted to win at all costs? Well, it really cost you this time. Because you fucked with the wrong one. And, you fucked with the 8th house crew. Okay? When you fuck with the 8th house crew, death, we send them. He's like Luca Brasi for us. We just say, come on, go see them. Okay? But nobody's killing death. Nobody. Could you imagine if somebody would be able to kill death? Wouldn't that be something? You'd be something else, wouldn't you? Yes, Death tells me that he's indestructible. Yes, he is. He says, I'm a skeleton. I walk around with a hood and a thing and a horse and everything. He said, what do you expect? I said, I don't know why everybody's so scared of me, though. He said, I'm just here. I'm just here to change things, make change. That's what he tells me. So, what else do we need to know? Why don't we get a little clarification, confirmation? We'll elaborate further now. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, let's find out, God. What do we got here? What's the magical gangsters of the world need to what do they need to look into? And now that we don't care about this karmic, we don't give a fuck. We don't pay attention. We just know that they're there. We just let them know. We know you're there. That's all. We know it. And we don't care. That's the best part. It's like seeing like whatever it is. Like we see it. We're like, we don't care you're there because you can't do anything to us. That's how worthless you are. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep attacking us. Come on. We love it. All right? Because it's only making you stronger and stronger. Trust me when I tell you. You have nothing to fear. All right? So that's what God tells me. He says, well, let's get going. He said, enough is enough. All right, bang, look at this. All right, the first card I pulled, 4 cups now. All right, ain't that something? That was what we just had here. All right, that was the first card that I pulled when I did the thing. Now it's here. Don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Somebody can reject it, like I told you. Could be your counterpart, whoever tried to replace you, whoever's trying to go against you. Whoever's trying to go against you is being rejected. Nobody wants to go against you anymore. They realize it's not a good idea. Okay, and they also realize the 10 of Pentacles that you know, there's a lot of value to you, and there's a lot of, and they see, you know, it's coming to you, and they know it, and people now are like, I'm not going against this, you know. At one time, people may have, because they would have thought, perhaps, you know, you would have never got back up, and maybe they would promise something, but now, you can't promise nobody. What are you going to tell somebody now? What are you going to tell them? Come on, let's go for the gang. Let's go after the magical gang stars. We'll get something. People are like, as like going, like you're saying to somebody, let's go after this mob guy over here. You know what I mean? And you're just like a regular fucking idiot. This is what this is at the end of the day. But in the spiritual realm, like in the spiritual realm, you're a made guy. You're a made gal. You're like a mob boss up there. Okay, I'm not just saying this is what you are, but it's just a different ball game in the physical compared to spiritual. The demons control the physical, okay, and that's what they do is they use our emotions against us. They do little crazy things, get us to act out throw rocks at us, hide hands, and say, oh, they're crazy, these people. So that's what's been keeping people stuck all these years. But that's being rejected now. Because you understand. See, before you didn't understand, now you're understanding. Okay, and if you don't understand, you are understanding. You're about to understand. And if you don't know, now you know. All right, that whoever goes against you gets rejected. All right, you know why? Because you're full of love. People don't want to like go against somebody who's a loving person. They know that you're very fair, you're very honest. Okay, you celebrate the love in your life. You're an inspiration, motivation, very beautiful. You have a commitment to excellence here. Yes, you do. You never put anything above this lover's energy. That's what really sets you apart. It's never about the money for you. And now, Three of Swords, whoever's being rejected is being heartbroken now. Of course they are, right? Of course they're heartbroken now because they want you to be rejected. This is what they wished upon you. This is what they wish. This is why this is here. So somebody's wishing that you're being rejected right now. And now you're sending this energy back to them. You say, nope, you're being rejected. I'm full of love. That's what you're telling the person. Then you gave them an open hand smack. You kicked them in their ass and you chased them the fuck out of your energy. You said, don't come around here no more. And they can't because you have spiritual authority. And that's why the Page of Pentacles in reverse is here for this person who's being rejected. They're being seen as wasteful. They have a dissipation of ideas here. Very unrealistic individual. Blocked intuition. Very distracted they're coming off. Irresponsible and greedy. Yeah, that makes sense. Because this is all about money for them. Okay, they don't care about love. They don't care about this lover's energy like you. And that's why they're being rejected. Okay, and who's rejecting them? This King of Cups, of course. This King of Cups knows this lover's energy is what matters. This is your counterpart. Okay, this is their default. All right, so when I say these things, you have to understand. Your counterpart is the energy. It's not an exact person. It could be the person that you would, but you have to remember, just because you were with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that they were your counterpart. But you know, though. So I'm not going to tell you who's your counterpart, who's not. You know who it is, okay? So you know. I don't have to tell you. But this is the energy that they're default. This is what they originally are. This is what you mostly attracted to them about. This is what lured you in with them. And it was genuine. Until all these demons came involved. So what else is there? Full of love here, this King of Cups says. So he loves you. He says you're the best. Alright, and that's why the Six of Cups in reverse is here. And he says, on this other side, there is no love here. This is strife arising from vanity here. It's, they're so vain, they probably think this reading's about them. Okay, so it says striving from. But it's saying these people are very cynical now. There's nobody's looking back at them. People don't have any fond memories of these people. Okay, there's nothing good here. All they're seeing right now is this Five of Wands energy, the conflict, competition, this rivalry. It's all this ever is. They're done with it. They want this love. Okay, so whoever's bringing this, selling this, people are not buying this anymore. They could take that to the fucking, and get the fuck out with it. Take it home with them. Get the fuck out of here. Go overseas or something. You're not welcome here anymore. You're rejected. And who else is rejecting these people? This King of Wands, your benefactor. He loves you, he says. Yeah, you're the best. He says, use that dynamic energy of the leader, he says. He said, this person's a visionary. They're, they see the big picture. They're very successful, very swift. They're strong, courageous. They're just somebody you don't play. This is like a mob boss energy at the end of the day. It's like somebody that you can't figure this person out. Like that you will never understand exactly what's going through this person's mind. But they see you the way you are, and that's the closest thing to this King of Wands. Okay, and they look at you and they're like, wow. They never believed that a feminine energy could be like you. And now that they see it, they're mesmerized, this King of Wands, that they told me. And they see you're full of love too. And you're Queen of Wands, sexy ass Queen of Wands too. So who's gonna like you the best? Of course the King of Wands. Alright, and that's why the moon's here. So whatever illusions that were created with this moon magic, now they're being shattered. Or they're being returned. Okay, because these people don't look like they're having too much fun here. This King of Wands is looking right at you, guarding this lover's energy. He's looking at these people being rejected, almost telling them about he says to himself, he says, listen, brother. He says, I'm about to get up. He said, look, you can tell he's about to get up. He said, I'm about to get up. You don't like what he sees here. Because he knows he's been waiting for it. He's just waiting for just the right time to pounce on these people. This is like it's like a lion. It's with the energy of a lion, a King of Wands. That's pretty much what it is. So, what else do we need to know in this situation? Especially with this King of Wands, what's his deal? All right, this King of Wands says he's here to bring you your Four of Wands. He says, because this is what you deserve. This is your happy home, the love. It's all coming back to you. Be ready for the opportunity you worked for. Don't forget how much time. You didn't come this far just to come this far, did you? Okay, you're not just going to say, oh, I want to go backwards. I want to go back to the way things... No, you're not going to do that because it's never going to happen. You're already awakened. Okay, you're spiritually awakened now. Okay, that's what it comes down to. A lot of people, when they start watching, they don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. They just see me, maybe they laugh, they think I say funny stuff. But at the end of the day, when you start to really understand, that's when you're like, oh, okay. But that's the way it happened to me. So then I started to really understand that this is not... It's all about energy. You see, they want to make tarot like it's evil. Why would this be devil stuff? Why would the devil be in this deck if this was a devil thing? You know what I mean? The devil would try to keep himself hidden. He wouldn't make himself, all about it like this. So this is why, this is the way we're able to communicate with each other. Okay, because they don't even understand what this, like the demons. When they see this, they're like, what? King of Wands? They're just like, they can't understand, they can't comprehend it. So it's just, that's what it is. But you have this temperance, okay? And this is what the balance is. So it's like almost like what we're saying right now. It's like they don't even know. Like they can understand a little bit, but they really can't. But people who understand tarot completely understand what they're saying. Okay, like I could watch tarot, and somebody could just sit there and say, blah, just talk and say the cards and not explain it, and just say, oh yeah, 4 of Cups, blah, blah, and I'll understand exactly what they're talking about. And that's almost like speaking a whole nother language. And that's what we're trying to do here, and this is how we defeat them. Yes, we do. And that's why they try to make it like it's the devil, but it's not. Anything that threatens the devil will say is the devil. Ain't that something? All right, and that's why there's Ace of Wands in reverses here, because there's no direction. Okay, there's a false start. Okay, there's a cancellation, delays, misunderstanding. They're saying this is okay. They need to go. Whoever this is, they're being rejected. We picked you by accident, is what that King of Cups is saying. But the King of Cups didn't pick them by accident. This was supposed to happen. They didn't ever love this person more than you. They picked this person over you because it was easier. That's what it was. It was easier to do. People are always going to pick the easy way instead of the hard. Nobody wants to take the hard road, but you did. And that's why you're going to be rewarded. I mean, what the fuck you think happens when you take the hard road? I mean, you don't take this easy way out, but the easy way out always leads to something else. When it's too good to be true, oftentimes, it's too good to be true. All right, look, balance again, temperance here, because you have that balanced energy. You are balanced. That's absolutely what it is. Seek balance and create a calm atmosphere. Do everything in moderation, very patient. They just didn't stand a chance, these characters. That's why you have this 4 of Wands here. It's King of Wands protecting you, man, this lover's energy. And whoever this is, it just seems very dull over here. That's what it seems. So who are we dealing with? Who's this King of Wands looking at here? All right, so they're looking at somebody here that's a 5 of Swords in reverse. So that means somebody has a desire to reconcile here. Okay, they're making like they want to compromise. They want things to be fair here. Okay, this could be the King of Wands now. Wants to desire to reconcile. Maybe they're saying that they're approachable, but or somebody's approachable. But at the end of the day, you're not approaching anybody. What's meant for you will always find you. Okay, so if people want to come see you, they will find you. That's the way it goes. Page of Swords, because you have a thirst for knowledge and you have new ways to communicate. People know what the fuck you're doing. They know what you're about. They know that they can't stop you. They know that they can't stop you. And now they're terrified. Just remember, your brain is like God. That is really what it comes down to. And everything around you is created with your brain. I just really need you to understand that. But it's very difficult to, understand that when we've been, our whole entire life, it's been like, what? No, we're supposed to just go work really hard. And how the fuck do you think that doesn't work, okay? Go to work every day, make $50,000, and live this fucking bullshit life. You barely can pay your bills now. You can barely, it's like what is that? That's $1,000 a week, though. So you're telling me we all have to go out and make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a week. And it's like, if you're alone, that's another thing. They make it so hard alone. It's like, he'll rent $2,000 for an apartment, 1 bedroom. It's like, you know what I mean? $1,500. That's a lot of money. So it oftentimes leaves people with nothing. So that to me is hell. Wouldn't you concur with that? That's what I think. And that's why we're going to show you. We're going to create all this abundance with our love. 10 of Cups creates abundance. I'm going to show you. Sooner or later, I will show you. All right, why? Because we're in this hermit energy here. Okay, we're gaining knowledge, more spiritual knowledge all day, every day. Okay, because look, all life's answers are within you, it says. It says, wisdom sought. Okay, you have this divine inspiration here. You're becoming enlightened. Okay, and you being enlightened now has this character stuck here. They're very much stuck. All right, because this King of Wands says you can't attack a hermit. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find a way to attack this loving hermit, which is you, who has this Four of Wands. But they can't. And somebody now has a desire to reconcile with you. And, you know, somebody's going to jail. Somebody's in some type of self-imposed prison. Something like that's happening. Somebody's stuck. Somebody's not moving. They're up in the web. Okay, we'll be with you. We'll be with you later. Okay, we just ate. Okay, we don't eat all the time. We just hang out for a little bit. Just hang out. All right, because Two of Swords reverse. Because you can't avoid the fact that you're in a bad situation. That's what we tell these people. They can't avoid this anymore because they try to act like everything's fine and dandy, thinking that you're going to see it and that you're going to be like, oh, why is this? But you're not even paying attention. You don't even have these people. They're blocked all over the place. So you don't even care. But they know they're seeing you on fake accounts. They're watching you. They're secretly watching you. But whoever this is made bad choices. It's very disloyal. And there's information overload for this person. What else are they going to say? What else are they going to do? All right, because the King of Swords is here. And the King of Swords sees everything. And the King of Swords has seen enough of these people. I mean, it's like what they're doing is not working for them. That's why the King of Wands is here. So, is there anything else we need to know? I'll go into another deck. So now we know who this is. You're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is somebody who presented themselves like they were the ideal spouse. They're nothing like that. Okay, they put on this big front, projected all this negative energy onto you. This King of Wands, maybe, you know, dealt with this person. Now they see for this person for who they really are. They don't have your energy no more. They are coming off, you know, very, very capricious, it says here, very moody. They're looking foolish. They're coming off, they're suffocating. Like people are like, get away from, like this is a person that will constantly be like following now your counterpart around. That king, like, and it's just like very nagging. Okay, they think that this person's talking to you. They don't know. They're just so they're very paranoid, and they're not coming up at the ideal spouse, and they're going to be exposed for what they did, okay? And they're going to be headed right to this Five of Pentacles, this Queen of Pentacles reverse. They thought that they were going to get this Ten of Pentacles. This person's always been all about money, but now they're going to this. This is what they wished on you. That's what they're going to get. They wanted to find you and laugh at you while you were like this. They thought that was going to be funny, seeing you like that. This is this Queen of Pentacles reverse was thinking. But now they're going to have to deal with that. I think that's something. So is there anything else we need to know about this Queen of Pentacles reverse? They can't avoid this anymore. They can't, you know, they can't put on the front. Nobody, you're not fooling nobody. Like I said, whatever this person's selling, ain't nobody buying. Okay, look, Eight of Cups, they're being left behind. They're viewed as a disappointment. That's why the Four of Cups being rejected. There's no love here. Six of Cups in reverse. Page of Pentacles reverse. They're being seen as wasteful. This is a fucking irresponsible, greedy person who did all this nonsense, has no direction, no urge to create. And now you have this desire, somebody has a desire to reconcile with you. They don't want to fight, no. They don't want to win at all costs. They say they want to come towards you. Okay, they see that you're the star of the show. They know you're the gang star of the show. I mean, it's not that hard to see. And if they don't think so, then they could go fuck themselves. Because there's a lot of people who do think that. A lot of people think good about you. There's a lot of people you wouldn't believe. You would think like, whoa, like you're a very special person. So let's do one or two more, and then I'm going to go to a new deck. Is there anything else we need to know here? All right, so yes, Two of Wands reverse. They didn't plan this far, this Queen of Pentacles reverse. They did not plan this far. Okay, like I said, it's very unrealistic. They were being unrealistic. Whatever this is, they're very unwise. Okay, now they're procrastinating. Now they're trying to put it off. Now they're saying that they don't feel good, that you're making them sick, that you're the reason this is happening. Okay, but that's the justice of this, okay? The justice is this person being humiliated, okay, being seen for what they really are. And you know, being brought back in, being publicly recognized for this, and that's only going to help you at the end, this person. So, Queen of Pentacles. So, assistant, send out a handful of fruit baskets to the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Thank you very much. They really showed us that we are the ideal spouse. Yes, they did. Okay, and now they have to, you know, maybe they could
do something with the five of, when they're in the Five of Pentacles, they can, 5 fruit baskets, last them a little bit. I'm very generous. Very generous gangster magician. Sends all his enemies fruit basket, loves to. Owns the fruit basket business, but loves doing it. So let's get a little bit of confirmation, clarification, see what we got. What do you think, Kat? He said, I don't know nothing. He said, I just like to wave at people. He said, leave me alone. I'm just waving over here. Yes, he is. That's what he said. So what else do we need to know? What else? All right, so what else we need to know is that you have this 10 of Cups, that you're building your foundation on this 10 of Cups. This 10 of Cups is going to create all the abundance you could ever imagine because you have this Lover's energy here. And that's why your 4 of Wands is going to be built on this. And you're doing this all while in Hermit energy somehow. All while in Hermit energy. Amazing. This King of Wands has got you back in the 3D. Death is here, handling whoever fucks with you in the spiritual realm. You got Archangel Michael. I mean, there's nothing anybody could say here. This Death is here. He's talking to people. He said, anybody got a problem? Who's got a problem with the Hermit? Because he's a good guy, this Hermit. It's a good gal. So do you still want to attack this Hermit? We're going to give you an opportunity to do the right thing. This is, if I have it on the members, your counterpart's going to get one last chance. I don't know when, I don't know how, but they're going to get one last chance to choose love. And that Lover's energy here. So maybe they are this King of Wands energy. Maybe they are choosing this now. Okay, so there is a desire to reconcile. Okay, so this is telling me they wanted this 4 of Wands. The King of Wands with the 4 of Wands with their Queen of Wands. They're Hermit, Queen of Wands. They love how you're Hermit. They love how you're not out there throwing yourself at people, okay? Because people try to make you out. This Queen of Pentacles reverse, they said you were a whore, that you were this, you were that, you were a gigolo, that all you did was care about sex, but none of that was ever true. Yes, you could be a sexual person, but that's because 8th house is about sex. I mean, it's in the description, okay? So of course you're going to be a sexual person, and that's nothing wrong with that, but you know how to do this correctly. You're not over here like these deviants, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people have sex parties doing, like, what is that? Do you understand what I'm saying? You gonna think I'm not letting nobody fuck my person, my wife? Are you crazy? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fun. That's asking for trouble. Mixed up, nasty as energy mixed up. Asking for a fucking disease. And Dev said so too. He said, that ain't what it's like. He said, it's about sacred sexuality with your divine counterpart. That's what sex is really good. He said, this is nothing. This is like, it's almost like, it's like a transaction. It's not even like, who wants to do this stuff? This is not even interesting. I don't know. I'm not done talking about that. Okay, because look, Page of Cups in reverse. I think that's emotionally immature if people that do that stuff because they don't know what love is. But you do. When you love somebody, you're not over here wanting to do something like that. I don't know. I find it very hard to understand. But Knight of Swords, you're very action-oriented, very ambitious, you're very driven to succeed. You were never going to quit. These people, they had you down. They thought they had you out. But you kept getting back up. You were like Rocky in the situation, brother. They were the Russian, and you were Rocky. They had everything. We had to fight them in their own territory. Okay, they fucking put us outside. You want to train? We'll throw outside this guy. They have all the fucking high, top-of-the-line stuff here. I mean, they had everything. They're fucking injecting these people with stuff. We don't know what the fuck they're. They got everybody behind them, the whole country. And then it's just us, Rocky. And then we're just like, we just took the beat and we kept taking. You just couldn't keep us down. And then we won. And then everybody loved us. Then they all started cheering for us now. They were cheering for us. The country that was supposed to back in us are now cheering for us. Ain't that something? That's what's happening too. That is very much a very accurate description of what's happening here. And this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is that Russian or Armenian or whatever they are. So just know that they're not, things are not going well for them. All right, because they're under judgment. Judgment day is here for them. He said, let me tell you something, brother. I got a flute and everything. I'm blowing, or not a flute, that's my horn. My name's Gabriel, and I'm blowing the horn here, brother. That's what he told me. That's what he says. All right, he said, because whatever illusions ever created with this moon magic, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, whatever they created, whoever brought this person in, these illusions are shattered. That's what this king wants, has the desire to reconcile with you. And then this Queen of Pentacles reverse is under judgment. They're not being seen as the ideal spouse, and people are just laughing at them. Laughing them out of the building. All right, because they're completely unbalanced. Look how they're coming out, doing everything to the excess temperance in reverse. I mean, they're overindulgent. They're they're not sleeping. They're constantly throwing magic at you. It's like, but it's all going back to them. They're destroying themselves. And that's why you have the King of Pentacles here, okay? The King of Pentacles always sees your worth. They see your value, and that's why they're going to bring you this Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you are the real Queen of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles knows who the real Queen of Pentacles is. They know what this is. They always knew. So to this King of Wands, that's very helpful for you, this King of Wands and this King of Pentacles. Well, King of Swords, of course. The King of Cups, that's where the problems lie. It's all about what the emotions. This person's not under, they need to get their emotions under control before they could even approach you. But you have a 10 of Cups here and a King of Wands with Lover's energy with a 4 of Wands. So, it sounds good to me, wouldn't you think? Okay, but now look, Justice in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse thinks it's completely unfair that they're under judgment. They think this is crazy that what's going on. That they don't deserve this. That you're the problem. They're saying you're the problem. This would have never happened if it wasn't for you. You did this. Okay, but there's the thing, is that you involved yourself in our divine union. Okay, you tried to replace us, you tried to destiny swap with us, you tried to destroy us, and now you're telling us that it's our fault that this is happening to you. We'd like you to listen to yourself. Okay, we want you to tell who brought you here. Tell us who approached you, and we'll let you go. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Or keep trying. Okay, that's all. Because remember, the gangstar of the show already knows what you're all about. We already have evidence on you. We could do this at any time. We just rather you squirm and squivel, okay, and just not know when it's coming. That's what we like to do. That's why we got you stuck in the web. We like this. We enjoy that. We feel that's more painful than just the swiftness of it. We rather just, you know, almost like the snake when they put the little rat in there or something and it just walks around for 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe a day, and then finally, boom, eats them. It's all shit everywhere. So that's what they do. The person's just shitting everywhere. Clean up your shit, we tell this fucking Queen of Pentacles reverse. God, clean up. Why are you shitting everywhere? And then we eat them. Then we eat the person. Okay, because look, they have no love there, Lovers in reverse. There's no love. You have the love. Okay, this is why this person's being left behind. Guess why you're remaining in Hermit energy? Because they can't get to you. You can't attack somebody in Hermit energy. It's just not possible. They don't know how to get to them. That's why you're where are you gonna? That's why, like say Vietnam, how Vietnam won the war is because they all remained underground and all these throwing bombs. They don't know where they're coming from. That's what this Hermit's all about. Okay, but at the end of the day, this Hermit's not even worried about these people. They're just returning these bombs that whatever these people are sending. So it's almost like this person's in a bunker. A bomb bunker, and then these people are throwing these things, but they keep returning to them, and then they like think that you're doing it, that you somehow are have more witchcraft in them, but what you're doing is they just can't. It doesn't work because they never seen you being protected. They don't even understand this nonsense. They don't even understand. Okay, now look, you have the King of Wands in reverse here. All right, so everything is just like bizarro world. Everything, this whole reading is opposite. So you have the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands, the regular one here. Okay, so perhaps maybe this King of Wands reverse is becoming a King of Wands, or this person is just somebody who brought in this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But at the end of the day, you have this 2 of Cups. Your wish coming true. You got this Lover's energy. You got this 4 of Wands. You got this 10 of Cups. So what else do we need to know here? What's this King of Wands in reverse? What's their deal? What are they doing? Okay, so this is an 8 of Pentacles in reverse person. This is somebody who had shoddy workmanship. This person is being seen as a fake. Okay, this person's a fraud. Okay, they didn't want to master their craft like you. They didn't want to work hard. They wanted to come take from you. Okay, they wanted to 5 of Swords win at all cost. Okay, winning at all cost really cost this King of Wands in reverse. Yes, it did. So that's what. So is there anything else we need to know about this King of Wands reverse? They're just somebody who has shoddy workmanship who wanted to win at all costs, and it really cost them because now they're losing everything. And they think it's unfair. They really do. Okay, but you don't care because you have the 6 of Cups. That's why people are nostalgic towards you. They see your unconditional love. They know you're a fucking loving person. They know you don't need anybody. They know you're this 9 of Pentacles. They know you're the real Queen of Pentacles. You're this King of Pentacles, wish come true 9 of Pentacles. That's why they're bringing you an Ace of Pentacles. Because you are the ideal spouse. You are the one everyone comes to see. You are the showstopper. And you don't need nobody either. You can do this all by yourself. So let's get an ending here. What's going to happen? What's the end result? What are the hopes and fears here for everyone? All right, so end result: 7 of Swords in reverse. Somebody's coming clean. 7 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse. Somebody has a desire to reconcile, so that means somebody's coming clean. They're They're not putting themselves out here for this anymore. People are not, they're not buying what this person's selling. Okay, because the end result for you, like I said, what's going to be the end? They said, somebody's coming clean here, 7 of Swords in reverse, and you end up getting your 2 of Cups because that's your wish come true. That's what happens. That's what's all about. That's what you did this for. And that's why you're, that's what you're going to get. That's what you wished for. Don't forget that. So, let's, remember, you wished, you said, God, I wish, just please, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Remember you did that? Remember you said that? Yeah, we did too. So, sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for. So, what else? That's what they say, these things. Like, I wish, it's like, they just like, I wish I could eat Chinese food or something. Like, it's like, why would you, like, waste that? But people do stuff like that. They just wish for nothing. All right, so, what do we got here? Let's get some angel numbers. All right, so number 17 is here. Okay, so drama alert is saying, all right, saying take a few deep breaths, focus inward. You need time to reflect and consider your options. That's why you're in hermit energy. You're relying on your inner strength and trust that you're moving in the right direction. Because you had this 10 of Cups, this 4 of Wands, and this 2 of Cups. What may seem like a pause in activity is simply a natural part of your journey. You being a hermit energy is just a natural part of your journey. And that's what number 21's telling you. Because that's about energy levels. To say the day you've been waiting for is on its way. Of course, maintain your discipline as you move closer to your ultimate goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to stay focused. Your efforts will pay off. Remember, it's a climb, not an elevator ride. It's not supposed to be easy. That's why your counterpart want to take the easy way out. That's why now they're going through. Now they think they have to do things the hard way. Bad decisions lead to bad results. I mean, what the fuck you want? All right, and that's why 888 here. Okay, that's about abundance. So that means karma. That's what it says. Abundance is on the way, and it extends beyond just financial wealth. This is a reminder that true fortune encompasses all aspects of life. If you don't appreciate those around you today, they may not be there tomorrow. That's why I appreciate my magical gangsters. I love you to death. I love all my new subscribers, people at the beginning. Appreciate you. I love you. Very grateful. I do this for you. Okay. So make sure you're there tomorrow. Okay, take responsibility for your actions and use this awareness to unlock your greatest potential, because 2112 is here, and that's talking about it's up to you, it says. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, trust that you're moving in the right direction. Just because you don't see progress doesn't mean progress isn't coming. Okay, also, a seed grows silently into a tree. Okay, seeing this number is a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams are about to come true. Your dreams are about to come true. So let's do the crystal of the day. I have not predicted the crystal of the day yet. Let's see if I can do that. All right, let me think real hard. Which one could it be? Which one could it be? I'm saying pyrite for some reason. I feel pyrite's going to come up. Let's see. See what happens. What do you pick? What do you think? Pyrite. I'll do 2. I'll say pyrite or green jade. I don't know why I just said green. Okay. But look at this crap. Charite. Okay. This came out before. I gotta get this. Trust me, I'm gonna have to get this. Transformation, insight, courage. Charite guides the soul through deep transformation, turning fear into courage and confusion into clarity. It nurtures emotional healing and awakens spiritual vision, inspiring acceptance and inner strength. Third eye, crown, Scorpio, Sagittarius, air. I embrace change with courage and clarity. I embrace change with courage and clarity. I embrace change with courage and clarity. Yes, you do, and that's why you're the best, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Peace be with you, and also with you.